Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're a first time viewer, new viewer. For today's video, I've been doing essentially like get ready with me's videos. I'm gonna give my face a little bit of a break because it's been a little bit more oily after I've removed the makeup and before I do my skincare. So I'm just gonna give my face a little bit of a break here, but I still wanted to film something today. So one of my New Year's resolution was to start using my own makeup collection because, like everyone, you know, it happens. You get caught up in the launches. It just happens. You get caught up and literally you just bought like 5 palettes a week ago and you just got them and 3 more launching and you buy those 3 and forget the 5. So I got caught up in that. So this year, my goal is to use the makeup I have, eyeshadow palettes, mascaras, bronzers, blush, all of that I either bought myself or I got in subscription boxes. So that is what it is. Now, that's not to say I'm not going to review new palettes. I did just buy the Blends Bunny Dollhouse palette, and later this month, Nomad is coming up with a palette. They just released the preview to one of the shades and already I'm loving that shade, so it's looking like I might buy that. But that also means I'm limiting myself on terms of how much am I going to spend per month, because I way overspent on the makeup last year and I don't want to do that this year because I have bigger goals. I'll link my New Year's resolution video at the end of this video if you're interested to see what the other bigger goals are for myself. So that's why you're going to see a lot more reviews, but you're going to see reviews on older palettes from 6 months ago, a year ago, 8 months. You know, you're not going to see too many new launches. I know more people are interested in the new launches, but I also know that not everyone can get the newest launch as soon as it launches. Some people get it 8 months after, 6 months, a year after it comes out. So that's why I'm going to do these reviews on the older palettes so that way they can get more recent, you know, take on the palette. So for today's, it's gonna be the Blend Bunny Cosmetics Blends palette. This did come out last year, I believe. Now, if you're not a person who loves color, this might not be it. But if you're kind of someone who's been thinking about dabbing into it, this could be the palette for you, because she makes it easy for you. Here what it is, what it looks like. Now what I mean she makes it easy for you is that, let me do it this way. She essentially color coordinates for you. So here are the greens, here are the bluish colors, here's the purple, here are the pinks, here are the red, here's a few browns. So she color coordinates it for you. Because I know some palettes are rainbow palettes and they're all over the place. There's pink, there's purple, there's blue, there's green here. You know, it's all over the place, so you're overwhelmed. With this one, it's more color coordinated, so if you wanted to just say go down this row, you can. And you have 3 colors already. Like, here's the light shade, here's the medium shade, and here's the dark shade. There you go. There's a look for you. You don't have to think too much. So, no, sorry. Yes. I think I have to zoom you guys out. I think you're a little, I don't know. Angles, guys. Still working on this. So, hopefully. Yeah, that's better. Not too close. Alright, so, yep. This is the palette. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to go into the purples, yes. But I do quite a few purple looks. So, let's do another one. I think I'm gonna do the green one. I'm gonna do the green colors. So that's gonna be Inside Joke, Remedy, and Luxe right here. So those are the 3 shades I'm gonna focus on. So to begin my looks, like always, I use my Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas. Now this is my holy grail. You know, this primer works almost with every single, almost every single eyeshadow palette I have used this with. It works. The only one I haven't been able to make this thing work is Nikita Joy pigments. Cannot get those to work at all. With a primer, without a primer. So, now Bun Bunny is a pretty fairly new brand because last year she launched two palettes. This is her first one. The second one, which I will review tomorrow, will be the Surge palette. That one came more towards the end of the year. So that one is more of a recent launch. Now, she did literally just launch the Dollhouse palette. This is a neutrals palette that she just launched, and if you've seen any of my looks, I don't do neutral colors really. I mean, I did a few videos where I did do a neutral look, but they were not my favorite at all. The reason I got it, even though like I said I'm not a neutral color person, is because she made it look interesting. Like, I don't know, I have issues with makeup companies that release neutral palettes because they always seem to cater towards more light skin tone, and the few palettes I have, and I've tried to work with them, I can't even use 50% of the palette or more because it does not show up on my eye at all. It blends into my skin tone because I am Latin. So I have brown coloring already. I already have light medium brown coloring. So light medium brown colors are just going to blend into my skin tone. It doesn't show. I have to go into like literally the darkest browns in the palettes for them to show up on my eyelids. So originally I was already 50% that I was going to get the palette because I really loved the Surge and the Blends color scheme. Even though I haven't used it, I really loved it for the color scheme because that's right up my alley. But then when I saw it was going to be a neutral, I'm like, okay, this one is going to probably be a pass for me. But when I saw the release and the pictures and the color scheme, I'm like, okay, so this is not a completely neutral traditional palette, so that's why I got it. So you'll definitely see a review on that. Alright, so this is, I believe, 40 something. I'll link her site so you can see the price for sure. I know it's 40 something, but if you use the code Allie, it saves you 10%. It's not an affiliate, so she doesn't get like a kickback or commission on it. But it does save you a little bit of money, even though it's 10%. 10% still 10% money less. Alright, so I am gonna use, like I said, Inside Joke, this pastel green, and I'm gonna mix it with Remedy. I like mixing colors. Now I'm not gonna lie, let me get the sense right. I didn't used to mix colors, but it's like I have so many palettes, I'm never gonna ever truly use every single color in my palette. Not unless it's like a small, tiny, like 4-pan palette or a 5-pan palette, then yeah, it's very easy to use a lot of the colors. But it's like this is a 30 shade eyeshadow palette. There's no way I'm gonna use all 30 shades. So I'm like, okay, I need to start mixing these colors so you know, get a little bit more creative with that. So I did that and I started doing that, and I really like it because it allows me to use more of the palette, and it gives me a better idea like how well do they work together. Like, if I mix the colors, do they work well? Do they not work well? Because some palettes I reviewed, I mixed the colors and they don't work too well, and it's the same palette. And others work great. So that's why I'm like, you know, I want to use more of the palette while I'm using it, so I just start mixing the colors. Now this is an all matte palette. There is no shimmer, so I think if you're someone who really doesn't do shimmers, this could be a palette for you because there is no shimmers. I'm someone who loves shimmers. I really do. I love adding that pop of shimmer to just, you know, I like to think it's a little bit more glamorous because my job is so not glamorous. It is not. So I like to do more bold looks. And yes, I do go out in very bold makeup. And do people stare? Yes, they do, but you know, whatever. That's life. There's some fallout on the face. And there is pickup in the pan, but as you can see, there's pigment. Now, obviously you don't have to mix, but like honestly I do recommend this palette right off the start because if you're someone who interested in color, like I said, this is perfect because she color codes each of the colors for you, so you're not like overwhelmed with trying to figure out where's the other purple, where's the other pink, where's it, because they're all next to each other. Okay, let's kind of clean up some of this fallout. Now if colors are still not your thing, well then definitely this palette is probably a pass for you, but if you're into neutrals, then I would probably, if you want to try Blend Bunnies, then definitely pick up her Dollhouse because that is a much more neutral eyeshadow palette. And I think it's like neutral with pops of colors. So there's still rows where there's color, but it's not like this palette Blends Bunny, the Blends palette, where it's all color pretty much. And I got maybe 3 shades only that's a brown shade. So that's a great way to still try the brand without dipping your feet into the more colorful 2 palettes she has. Okay. If I seem a little low energy, that's because I ain't gonna lie. Today's one of those days I just want to like lay in bed, eat, and nap, get up and eat, and go back to sleep for the rest of the day. I just don't feel like doing much of anything today, but I have a special gift I customized for someone, and I have to pick it up today. So that's kind of the motivation of, you know, getting up, actually washing my face, and, you know, doing this review to doing well, maybe it's not going to be the quickest, but, you know, a eyeshadow review slash eyeshadow look for the day, and picking up the gift for this person, putting together the box, and I am not going to go and ship it out today, I already know that, but, you know, at least put together the box and have it ready to ship tomorrow, and hopefully when I feel a little bit more energized. Because today I do not feel very energized. I'm trying to kind of, I don't want to call it blending, but kind of smearing. I say smear in a way. I kind of try to blur the line between the 2 colors. That's what it looks like. So there is no completely harsh line. Yes, I do my eyeshadows. I have done eyeshadow looks where there is a harsh line, and I'm fine with that. I'm an amateur when it comes to makeup. I don't do this professionally, guys. Definitely not. I'm more of a person that loves to pack the colors in and keep it packed because I want intense and bold colors. So that's why that's my style. I do watch other YouTubers who are much more professional about that, but I am not one of them, that is for sure. Okay. Okay, so fallout. Like I did mention, there's fallout. There's fallout in the face and in the pen. Or pickup. Let me grab the beauty blender. Kind of do this. I am going to do my under eye. I think I'm going to mix the Luxe with Remedy. Let's see what color that comes up with. Okay. Now when I do only eye looks and I don't do like a full face of makeup, I use a small, I guess the mini beauty sponges, because it really works. For me it works. It gets right in the nook and crannies, like right under my eyes. And I can do the edges a lot more better. Okay, I have to use something else to pick this up because it's not wanting to clear this up. Let's see, where is it? Here it is. See if I can do it this way because still a little bit left. Trying. There you go. Try to always have wipes with me to do this. If the sponge technique doesn't work, then I use this technique. Okay. So let's combine Remedy and Luxe together for my under eye. Let's see. Okay. Alright, so I gotta clean up the lip. That's one thing I'm noticing. It is a little bit more fallout than I'm used to. Where did my... There it is. Yeah, there's a little bit more fallout than I like. But that's honestly, that's, even though it's more than my preference, I still appreciate the fact that it's very pigmented. You don't have to go in with a lot to get the desired look you're going for. So if you're like me, very bold, then don't have to do a lot for that. Let me just quickly see if I can fill in this gap because I accidentally, let me tap it in. Rent a room. Other people live here. Can't do anything about the noise. Okay, there. Everything's cleaned up. Now I'm going to do the mascara, which I will use my Milk Cosmetics. I really like this mascara because it definitely separates my lashes. I had issues with other ones where it just, you know, they clump them together, and I don't mind a little bit of clump, but some would clump them so bad it would be like I had a single lash. And I did not like that look. Alright. This is the final look, guys. So I'm going to set that down with my Urban Decay. Love this stuff. This is definitely Holy Grail. Yes, I put a lot. Because I bought like two or three in backup already. So I'm good. And I also like to put it all over my face though too, because it sits in your skincare. So if you're like me, you're not going to do any makeup. This is literally the makeup you're going to do. Just the eyeshadow and the mascara. Then literally you can set your skincare with the setting spray. Alright guys, and this is the final look. Now, I know I'm a little lower energy today, but like I said, today's just one of those days I don't feel like doing much of anything, but gotta get up, do some stuff. Now, my thoughts on the Blends Bunny. Yes, I only use the 3 of the shades because I want to focus more like how you can utilize it. If you're someone who's thinking of going into color, this is a perfect way to do it because she, like I said, she color coordinates everything for you. So the green, the blues, the yellow, oh, there's this teal, blue, purple, an orange, the reds, the pink, the brown. Like, it's organized for you, so you can just go down the road like I did, this way or that way, right or left. You know, you go from darker to light, light to dark. You don't have to think about it, versus some other rainbow palettes. The colors are over the place, over here, here, there, and you get overwhelmed. So this is, I think, a perfect way for you to get into color without it being overwhelming. And this is all mattes. It's not a shimmer, so if you're not into shimmers, this makes it even more perfect. Now, if you're someone like, nah, I don't do colors at all, well, okay. But she did literally on the 2nd of this month, she launched her neutrals palette, which is called the Dollhouse. So I will link her site in the description box below. You can check out her other palette, which is the Surge palette. And again, if you do decide to buy any of her 3 palettes, and she did release also some eyeshadow brushes, that's also there, that's also available. Last time I checked, you can use the code ALLIE to save yourself 10%. It's not an affiliate, it's just a way to save some money for yourself, and who doesn't want to save money? And hopefully you enjoyed this review. Give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!